On a winter afternoon, an impertinent and persistent but charming architecture student accosted me and wanted to talk about the place I live. And this is a record of born and bred Hong Kong that I see in my mind. I hope this can eventually long ago Hong Kong, which reached the time to say goodbye and hate to one bird. I stand under a vegetation scenario bianchi that has existing for more than 120 years. I am holding the yellow book and reading inside, recording the vicissitude in this land story and everyone's authentic appearance. The tangerine yellow leaf follows the slow and constant breath, delicately checking the failing of wind, and finally turn into the dust, lavishing the land where the living space is shingled. The aggressive stone slabs are stepped, but they are visible to the facility that defines the heavier pressure. Abruptly, the student loud impatient asking in Mandarin, "I am waiting for your response instantly." When I contemplate my reminiscence, I was like a washing machine without power supply, from efficient dashing quickly to entirely back to silence suddenly. No one knows what happened. Think. Born in the purple architect say, "I can't wait. Is your brain working? Don't daydream. I'm telling you to face the reality of my existence and answer the question I ask." Of course, I have no responsibility to respond to the question of this Mandarin-speaking fourth student, but I subdue its modesty out of personal cultivation. I can't put it lightly to say this heart-wrenching homeland and be at an amnesia barely, like everyone selling their soul off for profit. Expired document, labor take care of each other, and a well-intervention peaceful community has been both completely cheated. This is how it reminds me of what happened in 1997. Summer of 2003, the weather was insanely hot, and they were sweating baskets on their bed, accompanied by the sounds of cicadas' wings flapping their wings, inextinguishable. The historic unwrinkled stone step and uneven rough granite wall above the smell of rusty metal half-hide letting after being rotten wet live day and night. It was cold, impassive, with the almost muffling the faint summer scents. The leaves are part of the cover, and the fresh woodland moss is mixed in the air, integrating a unique natural perfume, filling the heating of dawn, just like the holding smooth, fresh morning apple, and the first bite feeling like tell you the vibrant reminiscence. A crowd of unfamiliar mainlanders experienced walking on the level street. People jacking bulky handcraft, talking loudly in Mandarin. The smell of cigarettes coming out of their mouth in an exhausted language. They are like an unstable sense of superlative. Steam change unscriptingly, trampling on the road, creating a strong sense of malaise. The air is full of repulsion and distant, catalytically, cigarette butt and speaking adhere to be the beautiful granite floor from 2003. Their automation has systematically increased the number of foreign new Hong Kongers and apart their relative to Hong Kong after years, just from baby students from CCP block surrounding units, converted them into a hostel for group tour or went out the local group. A large of ragamuffin elder because homeless inequality in social policy. They lie in the path to look for fruit from plastic bag in the back alley. This college student already beside oneself. If China have not bought your building, do you think Hong Kong continue to rise? Cigarettes bang in the air from the mouth of middle-aged man. He was surrounded by one's gym and was intoxicated by left and years. Chef coat is covered with the past stain as it seemed like leather bikini. His entire eye was covered with layers of black shadow. One cigarette after another to tell other people who saw him that I worked hard to show evidence and beat the bullet and conceal his real motive in analog city. Labor more than 12 hours a day. Also, the house rent and the remaining one thing was invested into gambling from their salary to buy a little happiness. Most Hong Kongers understand that the new apartment is built for new Hong Kong to buy. Public housing is a luxury desire under the competition with new Hong Kongers. And they also gamble to procreate a baby in competition, single facing a sense of frustration from reality and feeling of advantages lie down ultimately. Architecture student mentioned it. This is the reason why you don't work hard. You know, on the table testing paper. There are many elders who are very rich. As I'm from Beijing and China, give my parents money to send me to Australia when I came back to Hong Kong. They gave me money to study. Without China, Hong Kong would have collapsed. All this hold a part of wit and building in their hand. They have been integrated with the mainland in their world since the 1997 handover of Hong Kong. Most relate on house sales and rental return and are closer to the Chinese style to control money flow. They are also the slang manner in provincialism, develop hegemony. They oppose change their fake money-making model in their own role selfishly and are indifferent to being derailed from the world head in the crowd. They still hold a large number of old tenements and impossible to develop more housing for the ordinary citizens. They hand out in pornographic pages, and there have been reports of large number of middle-aged men report for their fifth after prostitution crime or forced prostitution from mainland recently. Some prostitutes have also come to Hong Kong for free trial to earn money to buy famous bands, and turn back to China to exchange money for travel expense. Hotels often so full in popular with mainlander. Architecture student mentioned it. Idiots, Hong Kong must belong to China and obey us. Hong Kongers should only dream that they can survive if without China. Please realistic. I think your question is a waiting of my time. Finally, Hong Kong economy is currently abysmal, and the government is said to tell a good Hong Kong story well, a beautiful new Hong Kong, and integrate into China. A small number of Hong Kong people are in the same case, facing the year relocation problem. I hope to have a small and quiet place to live and look for work without being disturbed. I lost my job more than 3 months after I sent out my resume, and many Chinese background companies recruiting staff in Hong Kong. It is stated that you need to travel to China and have a good Mandarin and understand China-made construction software. 三圍落，後加落. After several interviews, this company preferred to recruit new Hong Kongers, which is more beneficial in service the masses of the immigrant from China. And I asked, I have tried my best to tell you the information as I know, and have lost something to add or answer your question anymore. Thank you and goodbye. Architecture student, can you shut up? Both conversations are from the mainland China person. Dictation and translate into English for actual record. The 24th of April in 2023.